Well, are we on?
Most most of them, yeah,
Okay, that's okay. Are we on Facebook?
yeah.
Okay. Are we on Instagram?
That's the one we're having trouble with. I don't know why that Instagram is a some bitch, bro. But I'll figure it out. I just got we're going to so many places at the moment, so it's kind of.
Okay, but we are on live. People are hearing us and
Oh
seeing us.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh
We're
my
on.
goodness. Are we on? Are we on TV?
We're on
Are we on
TV.
television?
Yeah, we're on TV too.
Welcome to it. It has been a long, long time, and still a lot of wrinkles to work out. We're not talking about our backdrop drapes. Um, we have feverishly been very busy trying to put this together and doing all these other things. You've been worried sick about us. We've been worried sick about you. And ta-da, we are back, and we've got all kinds of cool stuff to show you, to say, catch you up with. And we're not going to go for a terrible amount of time today, but we are going to give you all the details. All these people, they're like, where do we find you? Well, see, when you do a post and you tell people, hey, be here tomorrow at 11, we'll give you all the details. That's what that means. People last night, they're like, hey, what platform? Where are you going to be? Hey, what do we do to subscribe? We're going to get to all of that right now. First, though, wow, look at Joe's hair. Check out Joe. Joe's got a new do, man, and he is
Uh,
uptown.
what's up, dude? Thank you very
Um,
much.
Lots of people have wanted to know what we've been doing. We'll get to that. We'll talk about a couple of things that have happened since we've been gone. Joe doesn't know anything about this, but I have to do this. And I really hate to come back and to quote Eminem because I'm such a big Van Halen fan, but we're going to go to the Without Me song. And now finally, we can clearly and loudly and proudly say, we just settled all our lawsuits. Fuck you, Debbie. Um, we are done.
Yes,
Uh,
we are.
there is nothing that we can't do, we can't say, and we have no strings attached to us, under us, around us. We are done with I Hate Radio, and everything is lifted. We could do whatever the F we want to do. So we appreciate your patience, and finally, there is light at the end of the brown hole tunnel.
Yeah, yeah, it's been nice, huh? I mean, we had to wait a long, long time. They thought they would kill us, but clearly they did not.
No.
Thank you.
And we thank you so much. And we're going to tell you right now, you can jump on dogandjoepodcast.com. Look at the website. We told you we're going to have subscriptions. You're no longer, and we're no longer going to do these for free after today, possibly tomorrow. We're still trying to make sure that we can rob your bank accounts as soon as possible. But if you go to Dog and Joe Podcast, okay, brand new website, subscription details, podcast waiting. These are older podcasts, and you can pay us, and it's $2.99 per month, and we are going to do our damnedest, and we promise you this, to do 5 days a week and give you a minimum of an hour each and every time and other content. So please, we're doing this for you. And if the money doesn't come, I'm packing up my shit and I'm out of here because I'm not the one that wanted to do this. You guys all and Joe talked me into doing this. And this is all right now that I am doing for money. So make it rain up in here. I mean, get it just, I want to roll around like a pig in cash. So get it going, and we are going to bust our asses to give you a daily episode that you'll enjoy, and it's going to be way different than anything we used to do.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. And what I'm kind of figuring out in the background now as we play around with you guys for a little bit is making sure that so the Facebook is going well. Yeah, you will be able to call in, Raymond, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can hook Doggy up with the chat over here so he can see who's. Oh, I can.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, there you go, bro. Now you'll be
Okay.
able to see them all. Scroll back up and you can see them all coming in.
Okay. Very good.
And if you scroll your mouse over it, you can see where each one's coming from.
Okay. Gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
I think so.
And then I'll be able to provide you with Okay. They should be coming in from every platform. Supposedly, we've got Facebook being able to come in through, but right now it just looks like it's Twitch and YouTube that
Okay.
they're coming in on. But that's good. You'll be able to see it.
Now, here's how this is also going to work, and we're going to give you a lot of details today. We're going to give you some content, but we want you to know fully and clearly how this is going to work. We would really, really love that you go to dogandjoepodcast.com. Just dogandjoepodcast.com. We would love for you to go there. We're going to put the podcast up on players there daily. We know lots of people like Spotify. We're there. We know lots of people use Apple. We're there. We've got Patreon in the works. We've got YouTube. YouTube is a mother for us to get paid. What our hang up is, if you go to these sites or these channels and you don't see us, it's because we're working on getting paid through subscriptions for all of these. We're no longer doing free content unless it's quick stuff.
That makes it sound like it's got to be good. I had
Yeah.
to turn myself up a little bit, so if I'm louder in your headphones, let me know if is that good?
We
Is that a good volume for you guys?
I think you sound good. I think we look good. Well, I mean, not us look good, but I think the quality looks good. This is modern day panhandling. And once we go past a couple of days of giving you all the information, I mean, do you want a guy? Would you rather Joe and I spray paint each other in silver and act like robots, or hide behind a bush and scare people like they used to do at Pier 39? Maybe a lot of you would want that. We're not street performers. We're not even performers. We're stupid fired radio people that are doing a podcast. So this is the only way we know how to panhandle. So please subscribe, donate. Oh yeah, and we do have merchandise.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it, huh?
Yeah, Joe is really hell-bent. He's like, come on, we got to have Dog and Joe panties. I want to model them. I want to wear them.
I mean, come
Okay.
on.
They're coming, okay? But right now, what we have is we have shirts, and we have a hat, and there's 4 or 5 offerings. And again, these are not us, okay? We're not printing these locally. Sorry. We're not shipping these out of our homes. This is a third-party provider. Everything just runs through the, I don't know, what do you call it? The wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all a provider. Everything's linked in and everything's all modernized, and it just runs through. We stamp logos on things, and hopefully you buy them because you like the logo or you like us and want to support us. Returns, where the shirt is made. I'm trying to keep everything out of China. These first offerings are made in Indonesia, okay? And in this day and age, in America, that's good.
Real? Is that true?
I swear to God, yeah. I had to work hard. I'm like, I don't want people to buy Chinese stuff. Indonesia's cool. I'll go Indonesia. I'll go Mexico. Love the Mexican-made stuff. I'll go anywhere I can. Pakistan's doing a lot of stuff. Vietnam. They're all making a lot of garments and products now. I'm doing my damnedest. So don't hate us. If there's a hole in it, if it doesn't fit, you don't deal with us. You don't send it back to us. Don't even complain to us because we're not controlling the merchandise. We're just providing it for you. But a lot of people like the logo, and it looks good on the clothing and on the hat. So please, if you want to support us and you want us to keep showing up every day, go there, buy the stuff, and we're going to make a little bit of money on it. And when I say a little bit, it's like, I think the lowest is $3 an item up to like 12. And everything we do, Joe and I do, it's 80-20. Me, of course, getting 80, Joe getting 20. So the more you purchase, the more Joe has to make.
Purchase a lot, will you? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it, as much as you can get. I don't want to have to sell the dune buggy.
No, dogandjoepodcast.com. We're going to keep you updated on Facebook. We are going to extend this out to all the platforms that we possibly can. But it is going to take a little while because what a racket this is. This damn YouTube. All these things, they want so many hours of content, and then they have to verify. And it's such a mess. Nobody knows in this technological age what it takes to get this shit done. This simple stuff, it's beyond me.
It's crazy, isn't it, dude? I mean,
Yeah.
We thought we had it all set up last night when we were talking. This fellow that built a website for us, and in fact, I had to go through this morning and kind of fix it up a little bit, but luckily we did and got it going. So hopefully everything should be rolling. You should be able to see some podcasts on our website right now. There should be 3 of them up there.
Yeah, there are.
By the time I get done, you'll be able to see the live broadcast, the live
Mhm.
podcast on the actual website. So you can just go there if you want to, or you'll be able to see it on both Instagram or both YouTube pages. There's a Joe Mommy page. There's also a Dog and Joe podcast YouTube. You'll be able to see it at the Facebook. You'll be able to see it at Instagram. We'll put shorts up on all those so you can see, little bits of the daily podcast. But if you want to see the whole thing, you'll have to go to dogandjoepodcast.com.
Yep.
And that's where it'll be. And I'll put up a little link so you guys can see it here in a minute. I'm just trying to get it up on the actual
And lots of people
page now.
That a lot of Apple users that like RSS feeds. And if you just want audio, you're going to have that as well. If you don't want to see us, which I don't blame you.
No, I don't blame you either.
This is just the new version. Everyone wants to see video with their audio. And, well, thank you for that flag. There you go. Finally, dogandjoepodcast.com.
You can have
And
that one.
you got to know this. If your phone's not dated or updated, if you don't have the latest OS or latest version on your phone or your, is that coming through the audio?
Yeah.
Those dings?
That's it. That's at your house, brother.
Yep. Damn it. You're going to have to show me. I don't know how to turn that off. Right there, though, you know what that is? Make that do that more, because that is the sound of change. That was just a shirt that sold right there. I think I'm going to leave it on, because every time you hear that, that's an update from the account saying that someone signed up or someone bought something. So I think it's critical that we have that. I mean, they should just hear that the entire podcast, not us.
Right? I know. That's even better.
And
Such a boner.
what you got to do, though, make sure you're updated so you can see all the graphics and imagery on your phone or on your computer, because if you don't have the latest version, you might have trouble. I'll just show you right here. This is I just have it on my phone. You can see. Can you see that okay, Joe?
No. Oh, yeah, you kind of can.
Kind of. But anyway, you can get the mobile version. There's our shirts. There's a hat. And you're going to have everything. Whoops.
Keep
Went too
scrolling up,
fast.
see if I got the video on there.
Yeah, no, the video's on there. It even plays.
Nope, it didn't go yet.
Yo, no, it is. Here, hold on. Hang on. I got to show it to you. Joe's got to see his video. It's right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All the videos are there on your phone. They're waiting for you on your computer. If whatever you want to use, just click play and pay us, and we'll go from there. So thank you for hanging on. And thank you so much for doing this with us. And I know we were gone for the holidays a little bit. We did a post on Christmas. Then we kind of vanished. We've been feverishly, trying to put this together. And I don't know if Joe wants to talk about what he's been doing.
I do want to, because I want to say hi to those guys, because that's why it's possible for me to even be here today.
Yeah.
I'm working at the AMCO up in Auburn, which if anyone needs any repair work done, come on up there and get it done. But they're letting me have the day off today.
MCO.
Yeah. And I got to tell you what, man, it's about the funnest job I've had in a long time. I love it. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys, Dave, Mo, Rose, Brett, Chris. I mean, I don't know if we should include the other one, but I'll say hi to Tyler too. And thank you very much for letting me have today off, because it's pretty cool of you. I appreciate it big time.
And this is the AMCO in
Auburn.
Yeah.
Next time we do a broadcast, I'll put up the address and stuff on there too. But you can find it, man. It's right on the main strip as you go in through Auburn. You'll see it on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Joe, and here's the thing. He's not working on your transmission. There's no effing way that anyone would allow him. Yet.
I've been going through some diagrams.
And
I'm starting to get it down a little bit. Now, they don't know this, and they don't really want me to do this, but I'm here to tell you, I've not learned anything about mechanics yet.
No. And
not a thing.
Dave, if you do have this on, you're listening there at the AMCO, let's keep it that way. I can't imagine how much you would hate your family, yourself, or your vehicle to take anything in and have Joe work on it. I just can't imagine the dire state you would be in to have him take a wrench to your vehicle. That is a hell that I don't want to live.
They have Brett, man. He is a master mechanic. That's all there is to know about that. That guy's good. You know how many certifications and whatnot you got to go through to become like a master mechanic?
Oh, sure.
It's a shitload, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've all are that. Dave is that. Mo that works behind the desk is that. Brett is that. I mean, it's incredible. You got to have like 5 or 6 or 10 different tests that you pass throughout the course, of the years that you do it. And I mean, they've all got it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah,
Yep.
Dave, hat tip to you. And for people that, if you got trouble, you want to go in and say hi to Joe. There's more money. The fact that a customer just bought another subscription. Thank you. $2.99 a month, 5 days a week. We're going to give you an episode.
Thank you,
We're,
Benny.
we're doing this for the money. And I want you to know this. We are going to eventually, I might do something else too. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but we are going to be supplementing incomes. This for me right now is a full-time job. Hopefully it does become part-time, but we're going to keep up on this and we're going to keep doing it. There's more money. There's another subscription. I want to hear that ding more. $2.99. Keep them coming. And I'll tell you this, our goal is to get to 3,000 subscriptions, hopefully by, I don't know, 11/22. It's 11/21 right now.
Okay.
But yeah,
I like that.
we'd like to get up to like 3,000 relatively soon.
Very.
And the other thing I can't promise either is inflation. If we're going to raise the prices, we could offer some freebies with what we do. But we are going to do this for money, and we're going to bust our asses to give you good content after we get through these next couple of days. And hopefully we can entertain you, and hopefully you like it. And we're working with advertisers. Emmanuel, I know you're out there. Jim Boys, we know you're out there. A lot of people that we're going to be in contact with, and we're going to start doing a lot of cool things. The main thing we have to figure out is if this thing is going to work. And it's looking like, oddly, and Joe did, here's the thing. Joe, not a master mechanic under your car, but surprisingly today, and I think people that listen to this podcast know this, I don't compliment Joe. And it's not that I don't want to, it's that he's never really, in my time knowing him, deserved it. And today he really deserved it, and he really, in the world we live in, moved a mountain, in my opinion, and made a lot of cool stuff happen. So we gotta tweak some things, and we're gonna be there, and then it'll hopefully run seamless, and we're not gonna talk about this shit anymore. You're just gonna pay us, and we're gonna come in wearing like mink coats, and I want a gold chain, and I want to drive something exotic. And maybe bitches all over like a harem or a posse.
Boy, I would like that myself, actually. That'd be real nice.
Would you? I mean, let's boil it down. Really, would you?
You
I
don't know
think it
what I've been
sounds.
working on over here, bro. I've been working on some stuff. I got some pretty girls that have been saying hello to me on my profile page on Facebook.
Oh, do share. Oh,
Yes, I do.
do share.
I do have a new robe. I do, but I'll put it on in the next video. I just wanted to get in here today so I could move around kind of quickly and be able to run through this stuff. I wanted to be able to put it on our actual website. So eventually you'll be able to get it right off of there. And it looks like it's supposed to be on there right now, but for whatever damned reason, it ain't working. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
this website business, this whole thing, this whole racket, man, it's a racket. We are going to get it fixed, and that's kind of what we're doing today.
Mhm.
And we wanted to tell you where to go. dogandjoepodcast.com. That is where we'd really appreciate you would listen to these daily. We know you have your preferred platforms, and everyone likes to go to their certain, pages or places. But man, we would just love it if you really showed up and went to dogandjoepodcast.com. And we're still going to use our socials. We're going to start posting again. We know we've been not hiding from you, but we had holidays. We've had a lot going on trying to get this going. So we've
couldn't
been
use the show socials for a minute.
Yeah.
That's a very serious company that we just came from. And when I say that, I mean that very, very serious.
Dude.
They could take a lot away from you if you don't mind your business.
Yeah. Now we're done. And we're going to get into, what happened, and we'll get to all that stuff. But what Joe's saying, again, we just settled all our lawsuits. Fuck you, Debbie. I have to ask, do we refer to the old company as I Hate Radio or just simply Debbie? You know,
Well,
I mean, there's two ways around it.
Either way it works because it's quite obvious that they do.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of like Debbie. Debbie's pretty good.
Yeah. We'll get into all that and what happened
We'll
in the
answer
hell.
everything honestly. You ask
Yeah.
us, we'll answer it.
We're going to
What do you
talk
mean
about
you
it.
can barely hear me. You can still barely hear me, Alan? That's weird. I don't know why that's coming down like that.
I got you great, Joe. I don't know if it's him or
I don't know either.
you sound good to me. Chime in if you could with comments. Let us know if Joe's mic's low.
What it
There,
says here.
there's going to be, hiccups and some things we got to work out. And there's no real way when you don't have a radio station to test something unless you test it and you throw it out there. So that's what we're going to do today and probably tomorrow. And then we're going to really bolt down and start cranking out the podcast for you. And Joe, he'll be back at work on Friday. So we are going to record daily or nightly with updated content each and every weekday. Thank you. There's another one.
Oh,
I mean, I've had 2 T-shirts and that's 3 subscriptions.
Oh, for Christ's sake. How about now?
Oh my
I bet
God.
you can hear me okay now.
No, now you're way too loud.
Yeah, but hang on.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
Just hang on. There we go.
Okay, now bring it down a little. Your
Yeah.
actual mic.
Now it should be all right. Back to normal.
Okay, see, today I told you I can't hear you, and Joe's like, something's wrong on your end. I knew.
Yeah. Well,
That's all right.
I had it set up for gaming. My apologies. Damn it.
And
Okay.
honestly, Joe, maybe now on the mic, turn down just a little.
I am. I'm going to go back to my normal position on there.
There you go.
Now we should be okay. Sorry, Amy. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
See? Gosh damn you.
There we go. That's way better now. Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
God, yeah. I have to turn my volume down now. Joe, today when we were off air, I'm like, I can't hear you. He's
Hey,
like, I'm not on the microphone. I said, I know you're not on the microphone, but I know how it should sound. I can't hear you. Something's wrong on your end.
I'm doing gaming videos as well, okay? I'm doing a lot of stuff right now for these guys. I'm trying to entertain them. There's no bass in radio anymore. They need to have some bass in entertainment, you know? I mean, you turn anything on, it's just how you doing? Oh, I'm all right. I mean,
Oh, you mean actual, like, bass.
there's no bass. There's no bass.
He's quoting Megan Trainor, where it's the opposite. It's all about the bass. Thank you. There's another subscription. There's another shirt. There's been a lot of these coming in, so we thank you. Just $2.99 a month.
Oh,
Your fat ass
you.
doesn't need another coffee, okay? Yes, there's small children in third world countries that could use $2.99 to feed them for probably 2 years. Don't care. Okay, $2.99 won't buy me half a meal. That's 3 squares of toilet paper, probably, to wipe with. I want it. Okay?
You should have seen this guy yesterday. He couldn't even focus on what we were doing. I gotta eat, he said. That's all you were talking about.
I ate at 10 to 10, and I didn't eat until 4:45. I was battling death.
It's so stupid. No one needs to eat that much, man.
Really, I had 2 double cheeseburgers and breakfast.
And then they forgot our meals. Yesterday was fun though. I haven't got to see Doggy in a long time. It was cool to hang out.
Yeah, I was up in Roseville. I went by Joe's Casa. Just quickly, what the fuck? I mean, I show up and I have to look at my watch. I'm like, what is the date today? And I knew what the date was because today's 1/15/25. We told you, save the date. But I looked at my watch. I'm like, is it December 14th or January? He's got all his blow-ups outside. It's daytime.
I've only got three blow-ups outside. I've got the big ones because it's good luck. It was good luck for the podcast launch today. That's why they're up there.
Well, I walk in the house, 75 Christmas trees. There's mangers. There's baby Jesus all over. I mean, I'm like, what in the hell is wrong? It was just like Santa shit everywhere. It was ridiculous. And he hadn't cleaned up one thing. Thank you. There's another shirt.
I've been working, man. That's what I've been doing. I've been working with my buddy up there, and I got to go in and I got to pay attention to what the hell I'm doing up there because I'm learning new systems and stuff, and I want to get it done right.
Yes.
I'm working at the Amco in Auburn, in case you're just tuning in. So come up there and get your car fixed.
Yeah, not by Joe. Again,
Not
if you're
by
just
me, though.
tuning in,
Yeah.
yeah, Joe is not even allowed to go out into the garage or look at a toolbox. He can look at all the tools, which he can't touch, but he can't go near the toolboxes.
Who told you that? That's actually true.
Because I know you.
Yeah. I'm not allowed by the toolboxes, but I can't go in the garage again if I'm quick and I'm with the customer.
Yeah. Jump on $2.99 a month, and it just charges to your credit card. We got PayPal set up. It should be easy. We've gone through the process, but here's how broken and desperate we are. Joe and I both did not click subscribe and pay now because we need to hang on. There's another one. Thank you for that order, another t-shirt. We have to hang on to our $2.99 a month. So we didn't actually go through the entire process. We stopped at checkout. So hopefully everything works on that end with you. And again, the e-commerce is another provider. So hopefully this stuff all works in conjunction smoothly the way it should. Thank you. There is another one.
Awesome, dudes.
Here's
Right on.
Here's the thing. I think they're buying more shirts now than they are subscriptions. Okay.
Good. That's what they need to do for the minute.
Well, no, that's just what they need to do. If we just go on and sell shirts, we've got a bigger return than selling podcast subscriptions. So, hey, we don't care how you do it. Just do it. We'd like both, but $2.99 a month, that's what it'll give you. 5 new episodes each and every week. And all you got to do is just go to dogandjoepodcast.com. That is where I really wish you would go and subscribe and listen to get the content. We know you have your preferred platforms. Thank you. There's another shirt. We're outpacing subscriptions by about 3 to 1.
The shirts are cool looking, aren't they? That logo's neat looking, I think.
Yeah, and we're gonna make them fancier. You know, we'll do some different stuff. We'll get long sleeves. We'll get panties. Joe has said, "Hey, what about some type of Tonga cut nightie?" And I'm not kidding you. That's a shirt.
What's wrong with a Tonga cut 90? People need those.
I know, and we'll get there. We'll get into racier ready wear. We might even start stamping.
Ready wear.
We'll start stamping our logo on sex toys. There's no bounds to what we won't put this logo on to make a buck. And we are going to bring in advertisers. We've been in talks with a lot of people, and
They'll be coming soon, which is cool.
That's one thing we have to do too. Is we are going to do whatever the F we want, but we are going to be mindful because there's some people out there that may not want the filth that I could easily spew or we could quickly get into. But there's no one over us now. There's nothing holding us back except
never again, man.
No.
Never again.
No.
Will that ever happen?
There's been some comments about people, since we've been off. Hey, are you guys going to get back on? I'm telling you, this is just awesome. I will turn this. Joe will show me how to turn that volume down tomorrow, but this is pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is awesome. There's another one. And that came from PayPal. Thank you. A lot of people said, hey, I don't do podcasts. When are you going back to the radio? It's weird. Now that I've been away and Joe's been away, I always told Joe I never wanted to do this podcast stuff. I don't know if we can make a run at this, if I would ever go back on the air. I'm not saying I wouldn't. And I know there's lots of radio people out there now that are tuning in, watching this. They're going to go to dogandjoepodcast.com. They're going to want to see what's going on. I'm not telling them no, but it's doubtful where I'm
You're
at.
not going to go back to radio. I know, I know you won't, man. I mean, it would be nice if he would, but I know I may have to. I need insurance. There's, you know what I'm saying? I got a boy, he's 14. That's another thing. Just a heads up, covered California insurance is not as they prescribe it or what have you on TV. It's as expensive as it is if you get it through your own company or have insurance taken out of your check. It's a lot of money. So I got to get a job that's got insurance,
So, and there's no shame in that. And we're going to be legit with you. We're going to tell you what's going on behind the scenes and let you know how hard this racket is. There's been a lot of radio people that have made a run at this after they get fired. And you see it. You see the excitement. You see the commitment to the blogs, or you see what's getting posted. You kind of know what's going on. And it's a tough thing to make a good run at it. And we used to make a lot of money when we were on the air. We really did.
It was
And
nice, and you didn't think about that kind of stuff because it was nice to be able to do that.
it was. And it's going to be tough in this early stage or for a while to probably replace it. But I got to tell you now, as we sit here without all the other shit we had to deal with and what we had to listen to, and you know what money means to me. I don't know. I've got a new perspective on having that overlord and all that garbage that they had to spew down to us daily. I'm done with
You
it.
you can't imagine the nonsense that went into just being able to turn a microphone on and talk to you. That's all I can say. You just can't imagine the ungodly nonsense that we had to do, and I's we had to dot, and T's they paid us a lot of money, but the hoops we had to jump through just to be able to turn a mic on and say this is blah 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 blah. It was extraordinary.
And that was to turn it on. It was 10 times worse before you could turn it off. And by that, I mean leave.
Oh,
It was hell.
yeah.
It has really changed. And terrestrial radio, I even told Joe, we're gonna bring bits and segments back, and you're gonna hear audio, and there's gonna be video, and there's gonna be all this stuff. I really want to make a parody song that's called "Radio Killed the Radio Star," because it's no longer video killed the radio star, it's radio, and the companies, they're killing this industry. And
Well,
they're
some of them are. Some of them are most certainly killing it big time. And it's not necessarily the companies. It would be the people that are high up in those companies. It's the corporate end of it all. That's what's done it. And it's sickening, to be honest. It just sucks. It absolutely sucks.
it's absolutely crazy. And so I don't know. All we can say is $2.99 a month. DogandJoePodcast.com. Thank you for your t-shirt order.
Hey, there's a lot of comments coming in on Facebook right now for you too, dude. So if you can
give them to me, because I'm having a hard time seeing them.
Oh my God, there's hundreds. I don't know if I can go through.
I wish you were here right now to show me how to get these. I'm having a hard time, and I'm getting caught up in all this excitement of talking to you. And when I say you, I mean you, not Joe.
What are you talking about, Phil? The volume should be perfect right now. Oh. He said with that volume bullshit. Oh, sorry. He said typical. Joe definitely doesn't deserve a compliment with that volume bullshit. Laughing my butt off. Hey, man, I was working on the video part of it. Tom Serranis is here. He said hi.
Hey, Tom's old school.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom. We know you got $2.99 laying around. Pony up. Subscribe.
Page Me just came on, said your t-shirts are selling fast.
Good.
Douglas said we want the real dudes, not the filtered crap you guys dealt with. Let me see if I can just pop.
What is that? Hold on. Read that again one more time.
We want he's saying he likes what you're saying. We want the real dudes, not that filtered crap that you guys had to deal with.
Well, let me just, as you go through, get a couple more ready. I just want to say this. We had FCC rules and regulations that we had to adhere to, but you got to know this. We tried to keep it as unfiltered as we lawfully and legally at work excuse me, could. So even though we had to watch what we could say, we tried to be as straight up with you and honest with you as we could legally, or that they would allow us from the corporate standpoint. Radio doesn't want you to know anything. Radio just wants everyone to think everybody's okay. People get fired. You act like they never existed. A song goes away. You never mention it. You tell everyone that you play their favorite songs 10 times a day. There's so much bullshit and lying, and they don't want to treat these people that we call fans or listeners like humans. And in this day and age, when
they don't care very much about you guys whatsoever. I'll tell you that right now.
They never have. And I think we talked about this even when we were on the radio. We always called it listener food. And when you're on the air, everyone always joked about, oh, I'm not eating that. That's listener food. There's no way I'm going to touch it. Because, a listener can put a razor blade in it at the very least. They could poison you. Or it was just something crappy they made and they wanted to drop it off. You're like, I'm not eating listener food. But what Joe said is absolutely right. The listeners, if you're a shit person and you're in radio, there's a pecking order. you're up here because you have a microphone or you have a job that bosses people with microphones around, and then you have listeners. And I don't know why they always treated the listener like garbage. And it's a mentality that they have. And I don't know why they did that. It's like if you own a car lot, really? The family that just come down and bought a car off of you, they're scum. There's not a lot of businesses where you treat the people that feed you as lower than.
No.
And that was really, and that's not a company thing. That's not the last, I'm not bagging the last company. That's kind of radio in general. And it was that way since I got into it, like back in 1991.
Well, I don't know if it's that they so much as treat you like scum, but they certainly don't think you're smart. I'll tell you that.
That's the thing. They treat you when you walk up and go, hey, can I get a sticker? You're like, yeah, hey, come on, let's grab a photo. You're the best. Thanks for listening. And then when you turn around with your sticker and walk away, you're like, oh, that guy's an idiot. Yeah, all they did is they walked up and they wanted a free sticker. Prize whores. Screw that. I mean, that was kind of how they treated him. That was the perception, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I told you I'm not going to lie to you about it. I don't want to insult anyone, but that is absolutely true. And anyone that works in the industry, whether they want to admit it or not, they'll tell you that it happened like that. Now there are companies out there that are trying to change it and trying to make it like it was back in the day, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the way the old company that we worked for is doing it. It's you can't get rid of everyone who's on the air and still have an on-air station. You can't. Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense to me, But that's the mode in saving money for some companies, not for all. For some companies,
we'll do a whole show on what happened in that company. But I do want to add this too. I really don't have a beef with anything local of the company and the people we worked with at all.
No, God, no, man.
It's
they
not
were great.
local.
Just the guy that fired us.
Well, it was the corporate thing. It was just so big and evil. And, Joe and I knew it was coming. And
well, it's impossible to see that many people leave the industry year after year and think that you're going to be able to survive it. I mean, shows much bigger than us got fired far before we did. We made it a long, long time. And I don't know how we did it, but we did. Luckily, we did.
And we talked about this. We were, I don't know, it was 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, Lamont and Tonelli out of the Bone, 107.7 out of San Francisco, KSJO for years, 92.3.
Yeah.
Lamont and Tonelli in these parts, especially when you go over to the Bay, get into the East Bay. I mean, KSJO, legendary for concert promotion and showing up at the concerts you'd go to at Shoreline and everything. Grew up listening to the station, 92.3. Then Lamont and Tonelli, Joe and I were already together when Lamont and Tonelli kind of went over to the Bone. They'd been together forever. And we know a couple of the guys that work for the show. I met Tonelli years ago, but I don't know any of them. I don't know what kind of money they made, except I know they were making bank. Lamont and Tonelli got fired, a month and a half ago.
Oh, that blew me away, dude.
Yeah, they're out of work. I know they were making a good salary. You go over to KMBR. There was a bunch of heavy hitters out of San Francisco at KMBR that got fired. The company that owned them was Cumulus. And Cumulus, lots of jokes to be had and fun wordplay with that one, right? They were let go all across the country. All these big heavy hitting shows or low shows or whomever, they're wiping them clean. And I guess they think the AI, they think AI is going to come in and it's going to entertain people and play Van Halen. I don't get it.
Well, you can ask the listeners have I've been talking with them a little bit doing the other game videos and stuff like that. And you could tell when someone's on there live and when someone's not, I mean, you
Sure.
totally know when someone's being shipped in from a little box in Wisconsin and that person is on 55 radio stations and he or she saying the same thing on all 55 stations. And all they do is chop the beginning and the end so it matches what city and what station you're on. Yep. What city and what station you're on. You obviously can hear the difference in something like that than something like what you're hearing. The folks over at the old station we worked for, they're all live. You can hear that. You can tell the difference there. They brought, Paul's back and they got a good thing going. And you can hear what a live person sounds like compared to what they put on after they took me and Dog off the air.
Oh, you're talking about 98.
Yeah, yeah. When they took you and I, when the old company took you and I off the air, that guy that they farmed in, it's very easy to tell that that guy is a room jockey, is what I would
Mm-hmm.
call him.
Yep.
They put it out of a content hub, and that's the way they keep money down, because you don't have to, pay folks. You could pay one person to voice track 55 radio stations.
And that's what
And
voice tracking is for people that don't know. You
yeah,
go in and you got a computer full of songs. It says Van Halen, Eagles, and Soundgarden, and then there's a space where you're supposed to talk. You hit record and you go, "Hey, whoa, Sacramento, you're doing kick ass tonight. I'm here with a bunch of rock and roll, and I'm gonna burn your eyebrows off because I'm rock and roll Ricky." And then he hits pause, and then he sends it out to 8 billion radio stations, and they give Rock and Roll Ricky a fucking nickel. Okay? And Rock and Roll Nicky, because he's doing it for a nickel, they love him. And that's all Rock and Roll Ricky could do. I'm going to burn your eyebrows off. What do you mean I burned them off last night? I'm going to burn them to your skull. And, shut up. And they don't even let Rock and Roll Ricky do that,
No,
Rock and Roll
they
Ricky's
don't.
like, "Oh, man, I'll never forget the first time I heard Van Halen. Oh, I love that song from the Eagles. Oh, last night I was driving home and that song from Foo Fighters came on and and everybody that Rock and Roll Ricky, every station he's on, they all hear the same thing. And that's okay if he's really doing a bang up job, because some of the guys or gals can, but most of the people, because they're working for a nickel and they have to be on 75 stations and they're in this boiler room or in their house at home recording this crap. That's all they're doing for 8 hours a day. They hate it. It's not real. It's not radio, and they're trapped in a room.
No, that's not what they're doing with Paul. Paul lives here. He's here. That's what I'm trying to say. The old station they've got real people on there. It's very cool to hear that for once, Paul
Marshall
absolutely love that.
He's in town, and I think Joe showed me a thing on the Facebook. He said, "Hey, I think Paul bought a house."
He did buy a house. I went and had dinner with him the other day. He's doing good. He lives here. He's here. He goes to Kings games. I mean, that Abe guy's here. They're all in town.
Oh, God, he goes to Kings games. He didn't learn the first time he was here, Paul?
He likes him.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
This is fun that we're talking about all this, but I've noticed you haven't heard the thing ring in a little while. So let's go to the phones. Live people are standing by right now. $2.99 a month, dogandjoepodcast.com. 5 episodes each and every week. Subscribe, Dog and Joe. Thank you, Dog. Just leave that up. Yeah,
I don't know. I guess I could change it to stay up at all times. Let's see if I can. Yeah.
Leave that there so they can see that. Please go to our official website. Look at it. It's not completely complete. We're still working on stuff. You're going to see most of the links work. Some of them don't because we haven't met criteria, but everything's going to work, and you can buy shirts, okay? Just go to the dogandjoepodcast.com, buy a shirt today. Small portions of that total price go to us, and you can also subscribe. $2.99. And after we get past today and probably tomorrow, we're going to really dive in and start cranking out a lot of good, fun stuff for you. And again, when we started this a long time ago, Joe and I went down to the Capitol not long after we were let go from I Hate Radio, and we did our what did we call it? We called it the State of the City Address or whatever we called that damn
City
thing.
of the Union or something like that. Union of the City. Yeah, something like that.
We went down and all these people said, "Dog, Joe, you guys have to do a podcast." And I told Joe, I'm like, I guess we will. They want it. But I told everyone then it's about, community, commerce, content. And we're really going to focus on businesses. We're really going to focus on you. And we're going to focus on giving you some good stuff for what we think is good. And, we're going to do this for you. And if the well dries up and you don't want it, or we're not making any money, then I guess Joe's going to have to double up at Amco.
Then I will be able to work on your cars. Because then I'll you know what though? That has allotted me the ability to be able to work on this and have freedom back in my life again. And I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate having that job. I absolutely love it. And I love the people I work with. It's been a lot of fun. We get to have fun and laugh every day. It's just, it's cool, dude. It really is. It's learning a new skill. It's awesome.
And the thing I'm fighting, and I think Joe too in the beginning before he started working. It's really, really weird. I mean, for me, this is all I've done my entire life.
Same here.
And I mean, well, I worked at, I did some construction for a couple of years. I worked at an Olive Garden for a couple of minutes. I worked at Gallo Winery for a couple of days. But this is all I've done for 34, almost 35 years. And it's really weird. And now that I'm not doing it, I really miss it. But I've also found myself pretty freaking happy not getting up and having to deal with the man. And I've noticed I've gotten a little lazy or not lazy doing projects around the house or getting stuff done. I'm doing all the stuff I've always wanted to do, but I've noticed that work sucks and money's still great, but I'm going to be really choosy about what it is I do and how I go forward. And I guess the moral of this is I never would have opted to take a break or raised my hand to say, yeah, I'm going to step out. I never would have done that.
No,
So
me neither.
it was a blessing that, well, I hope it's a blessing. I don't know if it's going to end up that way, but right now it seems to be a blessing that it stopped because Joe and I were, even though you didn't hear it, you may not have seen it because that company was, I mean, they were beating us like mules doing all this stupid shit that we had to do day in and day out. We were tired of it.
Ever since COVID happened, they basically told us what we couldn't talk about. I mean, it was just they had dog edited so badly,
well,
and so harshly.
Save
it was
some
just,
of that because that's a show that I really want you to like tell what that. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest about it. A lot of
Yeah.
people say you guys didn't sound the same there towards the end. No shit. No
Yeah.
kidding. Sorry, Mom. No kidding. We didn't because we weren't allowed to. We were not allowed to do what we do. They said, don't do it. You can't do it.
no, don't
I've
say
never
that.
been told that in my whole life.
Just to dive in with a little of this, $2.99, dogandjoepodcast.com. That'll get you your
Never
monthly
been told
subscription.
that.
I was told I could not, and you know this is true, I couldn't say chick. I couldn't call.
No, that's
hey,
true. Yeah.
This hot chick walked by me. I was in the restaurant the other night, and this chick walked up and said, hey, can I get you a Coke? I would get reprimanded, not yelled at, but spoken to in a louder voice than when the call started. I was told multiple times I could not. It was forbidden because I was old and I was stuck in 2020. I could not call females.
All things said to him. Yeah.
I could not say chick. And Dana would go on. She would say it. I don't know if Joe ever really did, but
That's
I could not.
say.
I couldn't say, these three chicks walked into the bar. So a chick walks into the bar. I was talking to this chick. I don't know what people say now or how they refer to females.
I always say, ladies. Hi, ladies. What's up?
Ugh. So I was out the other night at the restaurant. These 6 prostitutes walked in. I was like, hey, hello, prostitutes.
Idiot.
But I was told that I could not use that word when referring to the female species. And I'm like, really? Because people my age, younger, or anywhere don't say chick.
It was weird. It was really, really weird. It was just, the entire time we've ever been in radio, we were always asked to do what we do.
Yeah.
Anytime you got an advancement or got a promotion, they're like, man, just keep doing what you do. Just keep bring listeners with you. Just keep doing what you do. Just do more of what you do. Yeah. Never in my entire life have I ever been asked to not do what I do. And it was just a weird scenario.
And so, Joe, well, you do know, I have on email, I have a list of all the things that me specifically, see, they didn't beat Joe up and Dana up too much. It was all me.
No, they were like, oh, Joe, the listeners, they love you, dog. You're a
They
chauvinist.
hate you.
You're stuck in 1990. You're antiquated. Why don't you get with the time? They were very insulting to him.
Yeah, and it didn't bother me what they were saying. It bothered me that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. And
well, because we knew you guys didn't feel that way. You've been with us the whole time. That's what you like him for. You like him because he's a little gruff, bit of an a-hole. I
had to get a son out of college. I had a kid that was going to college. We had a lot of stuff that was going on, so I couldn't just say, "Suck it where it stinks," and peel. I had to take it because I had a timeline and I had priorities and I had finances and I had
That
things
is filthy.
I had to make it. I had to make them or make it to this point that I had lined up. So I just, all right, I'll do it. Okay, yeah, that's just keep paying me. And again, I'm not going to say the money was obscene, but it was pretty damn good. It was good enough to be like, okay, so you just want us to come in and Joe and I will just talk about how great that Van Halen song was. All right, okay,
And that was, and anything else we tried to do above, because we don't really ever follow the rules, as you know, we kind of got smacked for. Oh, that was a little too funny. That was I damn near pissed my pants. Listen, that was kind of funny. Maybe you should back off on that a little bit.
yeah,
You're like, what
yeah,
are you saying?
yeah.
Who says that to people?
And
God.
we are going to get into all of that, like really what happened, and we'll go through the comments and we'll tell you anything you want to know.
I will not lie to you about a thing. I'm not going to
Oh.
knock on anyone or anything, but I will not lie to you about anything you ask me ever.
Oh,
Ever.
I'm not gonna go out and blatantly lie or accuse or shame or
No. I'm not saying that.
No, it's all truth. I'm not gonna give any credit or discredit where it isn't truthful. I've never done that. Thank you for the shirt order, by the way. $2.99 a month, dogandjoepodcast.com. Plus, you can check out all the gear that's waiting. We are going to give you, hopefully, lots of cool stuff to buy. Someone said, hey, you guys going to have stickers? Okay. This third-party retailer that we use, if they've got stickers, we're going to make them.
Sure.
And, see, this is the other thing. Does this make me a girl if I have one of these on my phone?
Kind
Because-
of.
Does it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Even if it says Calibri?
I don't know what that means.
They're an old school lighter company. They make lighters and like they used to make fancy ashtrays and all this stuff.
Like
They got a
girls don't light things.
No. What I'm saying is not that brand. That was
Yeah.
free.
The actual button on the back is what makes you somewhat like a girl.
That's what I'm. But look, have you ever used one of these?
No, I'm a guy.
Oh, well, I got to tell you, see how my hands hold it? It's actually pretty damn cool. You can, when I'm driving, I can text and I can hold it.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have one. And it fits right back in my pocket. My point was, beyond me, a lot of people don't know this, got the sex change. Beyond me transitioning, we're going to make these round buttons with the logo on them.
Yes, I think we should. I'm teasing about that. I do know a lot of people that use them for that exact reason. If you do videos because as everyone, if we were to run this stupid thing on our phone right now, rather than the thousands of dollars setup that we have in these studios, then Instagram would take us right in, no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And look at this. You can put it on your phone, or Joe, look, you could have a penile extension in seconds. Look at this. You could add a whole 1/4 inch to your penis with a Dog and Joe logo on the tip. And I think we could sell these for like 99 cents or give them away with a subscription.
Yeah.
You know? And I think it's a cool thing to have the Dog and Joe Show logo because it's round. Here's the other thing. This is why I wanted to do it round. I like round logos better than square, but I want you to, let me finish this. See inside, I'm holding a coffee cup.
Yeah.
I love when the logo is round and it's in a coffee cup. So every time you take a drink, you see it.
It's going to drip on your computer. It's going to drip on. Oh!
It's all right.
All right.
But yeah, and I like it because you can put the logo inside a cup. You can put the, on the bottom of a pint glass. So I like the round, and we'll change them up. These logos.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to update them and do a lot of fun stuff with logos, and a lot of cool stuff's going to update. So give us time, and we'll get through it all. Can I talk about something that's totally unrelated?
100%. I'm trying to get TikTok on live right now.
And pardon my French, who the fuck is Sweet James? Does anybody know this Sweet James? He's all over the billboards. Okay. I've seen him on TV for months, and I went to Joe's yesterday. Sweet James is everywhere. He's an attorney. Okay. He's got commercials going all over, but it's Sweet James. They're out of San Francisco. I'm like, what is this guy? Is he an attorney for pimps? Sweet James Attorneys is the name of this law office, and I have no idea about his representation or what he can do for people. But Sweet James and the font, the billboards, they're everywhere. You haven't seen Sweet James?
I don't know who this is. No.
Yeah, Google him. Sweet James. I'm like, who is this guy? Did his grandpa die and he inherited a bunch of advertising? Sweet James Attorneys. Sweet James. Isn't that a weird thing for a law office?
My buddy Shibby says he's got billboards all over Arizona too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know who he is, but I guess he's a realtor. Is that what he is?
No, attorney.
Oh, an attorney.
Yeah, it's a law office. They're based out of San Francisco, but he's running, commercials all over the place. He's got billboards all over Sacramento. And as it turns out, it sounds like he's also got them in Arizona. So, Sweet James. Hey, Sweet James, sorry if you took offense to us or me saying that, do you represent pimps? That was a joke. We'd love to have Sweet James on the podcast. We'd love to have you advertise with us, or at least tell us more about what it is you do to see if it is really that sweet. It's just an odd name for an attorney or a law office.
I dig it. Let's get him on for sure. Now I'm losing my voice. I say anybody and whoever wants to advertise,
yeah.
Get her on here. That'd be great.
And I did kind of forget this. We do owe this way. Someone that we work with and have worked with a lot. We got to throw a big shout out to Chris Scranton.
Yeah, we
law
do.
Firm.
Yes, we do.
We were joking about that other guy, but Chris Scranton, he actually helped out quite a bit.
Saved our hides big time is what he did. And I thank you so much, Chris. I know you're probably watching right now. There's no S about that. I really, really appreciate it.
And Chris, he does more accident stuff, but he's a sharp guy and he helped us out quite a bit. So Chris Scranton, thank you. Call Chris Scranton.
That's right. Please.
And then after that, go, hey, Sweet James, is that really your name? And then hang up, and see what they say.
That's awesome.
DogandJoePodcast.com. There's another subscription. Thank you. $2.99 a month. And that'll get you a new episode each and every day. Plus, we're going to do other content. We'll do other videos.
Yeah, man.
Joe's probably going to go into the recording studio and he'll sing some songs. And I joke about this. If you go to the website,
You said I could. You said I could sing a couple.
Yeah. But I joked about, and I'm not going to take my shirt off all the way. We got the flag up.
Please don't.
But people in the past have asked me specifically if I would write their business or product or brand name on my hairy bare belly. Yeah. We'll wear your hat. We'll wear your shirt. We'll write on our stomachs. We're going to have pricing plans for all kinds of local advertisers and people out there. And now that we're back, we are going to get to you on Facebook and on Instagram. I know there's some messages and some stuff that we just let sit. We are going to be back in communication with you daily and do our damnedest to stay on top of that. There was a lot of people early on when we had to stop the podcast and live streams that wanted to do business with us. Yeah. We're going to reach out to you. We're going to get a hold of you. There's this guy from Red Voodoo. He won't leave me alone. He wants to get on our show and talk about his Red Voodoo band.
You talking about Dino?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put you on, dude. Well, as soon as I pull back the curtain, you can see what I've created in here. I got a little zone in here that you can even come in and do the show with me. That's going to be another thing that I'm going to let you do. You can come in and be on the show live.
And so people know Joe and I aren't sitting side by side. We're in different locations. So I want you to know that that invitation that Joe extended to you, that only applies to Joe. Okay. I don't want you coming here. You're not coming to this studio. You're going to that one. Make sure that that's clear. You're going to Joe's.
Oh, you want to come here? I got animals and all kind of fun we can have. Not in that order. Not in that order.
I'll tell you this. I showed up yesterday. Joe, very, very hospitable, had a 12-pack of Coors Banquet cans in the fridge, and he had a bottle of Woodford. And he had that, and I don't know why you went out and spent the money. I appreciate it.
I haven't seen you in 3 months. I missed you. It was really good to hang out for a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in 3 months. Why don't you get all hammered and flip your car?
No. You didn't even take it with you. No, I'm stuck with that bottle. What am I going to do with that?
Well, you can bring it down, or I know I'm going to be back up there. But I thought that was really nice, and I know Joe wanted me to take it, but I'm like, no, you bought it. And I told him last night, I go, why don't you have a couple nips? Why don't you have some of that Woodford? He's like, no, I don't want that. I said, just sip it a little bit. See if you like it.
I don't like getting drunk anymore, man. I'm not really. Hey, you said you've been getting lazy, but Not me, baby. Look at that. Svelte. There ain't no more belly down there now.
You actually, yeah, it is kind of down.
Yeah, man.
So
Hey, baby.
that's Joe's way of saying, hey, dog, show him yours. Okay. All right. I don't have as much room. I don't know if, yo, yeah, baby.
Oh, there's a belly for you now.
There you go. Yo.
We got to get you an OnlyFans page.
Oh, okay, see. Hello.
Hold on. They can't see it because I got the thing up, but let me take that down because we'll hide that. There you go.
Hey. Hello. Hello.
Oh, gross.
Look at
That's
what
gross.
I ate last night. Stick your finger in there and pull it out. Oh, that tickles. Oh, now sniff it. You got to sniff it.
Ferret's barking at you. He said, get the hell off there. What's wrong with you?
Dogandjoepodcast.com. You can see the flag there. Please donate, subscribe. If you want us to keep doing this, we promise they are going to get better, and we're going to do our damnedest to give you your whole $3 worth each and every month. And we have a bunch of merchandise. Again, I want to clarify, this is third party. We're not purchasing, we're not printing, we're not packaging, we're not shipping. This is all handled by a different company. It's just our logo, so we can give you the opportunity to, one, give us a little more money and support us and get some stuff with logos on it. That's the other damn thing. Working for Debbie. We didn't even have merchandise. Go back to the beginning of this podcast. You'll get that inside joke.
No, we didn't. That was really, really stupid, wasn't it?
In the beginning, they gave us a couple things, and then it was like, oh, here you go. Here's a Dog and Joe matchbook. We're like, what? I mean, we couldn't even get a keychain or a pin.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing.
We had so much when it first started. At 98 Rock, when we were over there, we had can koozies, and we had these things. We had these buttons. Where's my little button? I still got them.
I was looking for I have over 75 pounds of these. No, get it out of the light. There you go. Come up. There you go. Come up. Camera. Up. Over. It's very hard to see.
It is very hard to see.
There you go. Back up just a tick. It's tough.
That's our Dog and Joe buttons. I still got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, we had little pins. We had all kinds of crap.
We did. They gave us all kind of cool stuff over there, man. That's what people that care about you do that for you. You know, It's crazy. We had shirts. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of jerseys I had, and it was odd. I still have them all hanging in the closet. I can't get rid of any of those. We had hockey jerseys and basketball jerseys and River Cat jerseys and all kind of cool stuff.
I'll tell you this: the other place, Debbie, I Hate Radio. Anything that had the I Hate Radio logo on it or Debbie, I threw it away. Now, here's the thing though.
My gray robe has it sewn into it.
Oh, I'd burn it.
I can't get it off of it. It's got a hole where it was.
Yeah, cut it out. Anything that had the river on it, I did keep. But if it had I Hate Radio's logo, I threw it. I mean, I'm talking everything and anything that had that logo on it. I tossed it. I told my wife, get it out of my sight, get it out of my house, all of it. And there was a bunch of it. Bags, all kinds of stuff, pins. Yeah. I said, get it all out of here. If it had the river logo on it, I kept it. But if it had I Hate Radio, no, gone.
Sean, one of my buddies is asking where my UFO lamp is. I was hoping it would be here yesterday so Dog could see this thing. My buddy sent me a link on TikTok. You know, TikTok has its own shop, the TikTok shop.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It just is. I wish I had a couple of jobs that pay me tons and tons of cash again so I could spend all my money on it. But I bought this thing first time I saw it. $29. It'll be here tomorrow.
Do they? Okay, so it's called TikTok. Do they call the store Ship Shop?
I wish they would, but no, they don't. It's just a TikTok shop. It's a little platform. It's about, I don't know, man. The platform's about this big and it's square, and it lights up different colors. And then there's a little UFO that floats on the top of it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. It's maglev.
Dogandjoepodcast.com, $2.99. That is your subscription fee per month. And also you can buy merchandise. You're going to be able to see the player. The podcast will, with video, upload daily. And that is where we'd like you to go. And as we go further on, we are on Spotify right now, and we're going to load up new content to Spotify and all the other places. Give us time to get all this figured out, and it will be waiting for you. But we'd prefer, and to keep it easy, try another platform. And what the hell is one more subscription? You know, you've got Tubi and Zulu and Hulu and Dulu and Kulu, and you've got all these different video to watch platforms. What's one more $2.99 subscription? And check out dogandjoepodcast.com. Plus, it's got all our links. You know, you can go to our website, you can click on our Facebook and back and forth and all that. And here's what I am going to say.
That's why we made it, you know, relatively inexpensive, so you guys didn't have to pay a ton. Plus, then you can decide if you want us to, you know, if you like it or not. If you want us to keep doing it.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is, we joke about your fat ass doesn't need another cup of coffee, or, you know, a child could be fed in a third world country. I'll break it down to you this way. You can get the Dog and Joe podcast at dogandjoepodcast.com for $2.99 a month, or you can buy 3 eggs.
Oh, that's true, huh? Right as the chickens are, after the murder chicken died, then the eggs went up like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's almost $1 an egg. They're like $8.78 to $9.50 a dozen. And just a little tip here, you can go to Kirkland right now, and it's about $3.60 a dozen if you buy a flat of 24. So for what I've seen, Costco's selling about the cheapest eggs right now. But I mean, what do you want? Do you want 3 eggs, or do you want a month of content from myself and Joe? dogandjoepodcast.com, $2.99 a month. Buy the merchandise. It goes to us. And you know what we buy. You know what we like. I like beer. I like bourbon. I like barbecue. I like bullets. Joe, I saw this firsthand yesterday. He uses a lot of DoorDash.
I do. Well, they already know this. I mean, I am a main DoorDash subscriber. I'm pretty high up in their customer list over there, you know.
Pissed me off because Joe's like, I said, let's go down there. Let's just go around the corner and eat.
I was working on this thing, man. I didn't want to leave.
I know, but I didn't get my McDoubles. I got 2 single cheeseburgers. They screwed the order up. So I said, F this. I got in my car and I drove around the corner. I said, give me my McDoubles.
I did get credited $10.13 for that, so I could probably get your McDoubles today.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You know, try those, see if I like them.
Go to the website. We really like it. You can do it on your phone. Hopefully your computers or whatever device you're using are updated. That way you can see all the pretty pictures. And we are going to build this thing out as we go. And I think, are we going to do this live again tomorrow, and then we'll get into the recordeds?
Hell yeah, we're doing it live again tomorrow. Hey, Ben. What's up, Benjamin? Remember the firemen came visit us when they were doing Hogs and Hoses?
I don't think they were calling it Hogs and Hoses.
What was it called?
Really, Hogs and Hoses.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
No, they were calling it. I don't think it was. It wasn't called.
Ben, what do you call it, man? It's not Hogs and Hoses. What is it?
It's
the Pig Bowl.
Pig Bowl, yes, Hogs.
They used to call it Hogs and Hoses.
Not in Sacramento. They never called it Hogs and Hoses.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, anyway, I've been keeping in touch with him. He's become a buddy of mine, man. I'm going to go watch it this year.
That's the name of your new podcast channel. Check me out on Hogs and Hoses.
Well, crap, I don't know.
All right, so we'll reconvene tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, let's do it. We can even go a little bit earlier. What time do you guys like? What's a good time? I mean, I know most people are working right now. We didn't know what time to go. We didn't want to go too early because we knew you'd still be, traveling back and forth to work. But
yeah, and Joe would not be here.
Guns and Hoses.
Yes, Guns and Hoses.
Guns and Hoses. Thank you, Ben.
Hogs and Hoses.
Well, come on.
I think 11 o'clock is just fine because it gives Joe plenty of time. If we would have done this any earlier, Joe would have been in bed still.
Oh, get out of here. I can't sleep in anymore because of that damn shift.
So we will be back tomorrow. We're going to do this again. And depending on how everything goes to get this figured out, it may be one more freebie, and thank God that it might be, but we're still going to get those subscriptions, and we're going to get this all figured out for you. dogandjoepodcast.com.
Yes.
Buy a bunch of stuff. Shop there often. I mean, your wife's like, hey, you need to go get some milk and bread. Jump on your phone. don't go to the grocery store. Go to dogandjoepodcast.com. That's where you go to buy all your family necessities. Hey, we're out of milk. We're out of toilet paper. Dogandjoepodcast.com. Pretty soon we will have toilet paper. Maybe even the cap will have a logo on it. You can buy a gallon of milk. Nothing is below us.
I'm going to have most of these things up and running by tomorrow, too. We had to get Dog made our Dog and Joe podcast YouTube channel for us. And I didn't know this because I've been on the Joe Mommy YouTube for so long. I forgot that you had to wait 24 hours before you could start doing live videos. Now, I can upload today's video up to the Dog and Joe YouTube. But tomorrow we'll have the 24-hour period over with. And I'm also going to figure out what happened with TikTok. I have it pulled up on here right now, and it's running. But the whole show didn't run. So instead of me starting it right now on TikTok, I'll just put the video up as soon as we're done. You can see it there too. And then Instagram, I don't know. We may have trouble with Instagram. Instagram, I was telling him, Dog, doesn't want to work with anything.
Okay.
It just doesn't want to work right with any other program. It's owned by Facebook. So I don't understand why Facebook is so easy.
I know,
but Instagram is so crappy.
Instagram likes the short videos, and here's the thing they're specializing in, and I can't blame them. All they want to do is show 20 to 30-second clips of girls walking around in slippers with bikinis on. Again, I salute you. That's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
They like lots of photos of food and girls wearing lingerie and posing and running through waterfalls, and they like all that stuff. So
showing
that's
us
fun.
Dance steps, all of it awesome.
If they want to do that, that's fine. I say we have a Instagram, but if they're making it tough, let's make it easy on us, and we can post photos and we can do small stuff there. But screw them. Let's not worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know what the dealio is with it, but it's like it's their coveted site. Oh my goodness, to be honest, we've been on, and plus, excuse me, like I was saying, if you don't do your live video with your phone, if you do it with the cameras and the setup that we have in the studios, it doesn't save to the Instagram page anyway. It only archives if you do it on a phone.
It's because they want people using their phones out and about. It keeps it lively, and it makes it look like everyone on Instagram is everywhere. Everyone lives greater lives than what they really live. No one gets to see what happens when they take off their slippers and set down their kombucha, and what happens when they go inside and they turn their camera off. Their lives are miserable. They're bored. Their husbands yell at them. They said, "Where have you been all day, you whore? If I told you we needed groceries. What do you mean you were out all day playing at the park, posting videos?" I don't know what happens, but they like the allure that Instagram is live and all over the place and fun. That's why they like it on the phone better.
Oh man, that's fantastic, bro.
So,
I gotta tell you what, I miss you. I need this back in my life again.
This was fun, and I know it probably got a little boring for those, and we're going to get it all figured out. We're going to get it compacted, and we're going to have our topics, and we're going to have our segments, and we're going to do it all again. We just want to make sure this is working, and we want to make sure that if you're working, because we're not, you give us $2.99 a month at dogandjoepodcast.com. Subscribe now, and make sure you pick up a T-shirt or a hat. And oh, by the way, no one can accuse me of living in 2020 anymore. There's a lot of the shirts on there on dogandjoepodcast.com for sale that are unisex.
Oh, you know what? Cupcake said she would wear one and model it for us. Cupcake. So I think with a name like Cupcake alone, that sounds like something should be done, in my opinion. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know what you look like, but I mean, you're calling yourself Cupcake. Throw one on, model it, take a picture. Let's see that thing, Woo! Also, what do you think about doing a couple free to get people built back up, and then start going to subscription only?
Yeah, like I say, we might do another one free tomorrow.
Because I think we should, just to get, we've been gone for a minute, dude. It's going to take a sec for people to realize we're back and at it again.
Well, and I'll tell you this, and people can see, I believe most everyone can see responses and comments. Thank you for everyone that's been on Facebook, where we are now, and other places. But for those that get the alerts and you click and you comment, thank you so much, because that is our biggest platform where the most people hang out with us. So thank you for hanging in there and keep chiming in and share this and like this stuff. Help us out because we have quite a few people on Facebook that participate. So thank you for
Yeah, no
checking
kidding.
and clicking. Like, honestly.
It does mean quite a bit. We were hoping that you guys would show up today because it's been a minute, it's been a minute since we've been able to get back on here and do this. And you kind of always wonder how it's going to go and if it's going to go smoothly or not. And I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I needed this back in my life again, badly.
Well, and
Badly.
I think everyone knows, they hear the word algorithm, and I think people, they know that it exists. You have no idea. That's the thing. I mean, we have really worked hard. We built this Facebook page in a time when Facebook was losing popularity. So we really worked hard. And my point is, anytime you take
The big rock stations in this city, we built their show Facebook pages too. We
Yeah.
built them all when they were, I mean, so they're there because we built them.
or helped. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we did a lot, but my point is, you can't even take a second to fart, or if you stop, or if you're away from your social channel for, a little bit, if you're not posting it all the time, they stop rewarding you and then they start pushing you down, and you see less of what we do because we're not giving them what they want, which is just up your ying day and night talking about us. And there's not enough about us that we can talk about day and night, but we always tried. So,
Well,
but
I'll
just
start doing more of that. We'll start putting shorts and posts and stuff like that back up again.
sold another shirt, by the way,
Aw.
dogandjoepodcast.com.
Thank you, Cupcake, for the bless you.
This is the exciting thing now. Now we get to go back stage after we turn the cameras off. There's another one. Thank you. Yes.
Aw.
We're going to count our beans and see how many people we
We
have.
are not.
This is legitimate. Our goal, what I
Hi.
would like to see happen,
Carly
is
Marie's on here. There's
Oh,
your friend, buddy.
Carly
Yeah.
Marie.
Oh, Sela. Hi, Sela.
Carly Marie.
We got to we need to be able to see Facebook comments too. That's killing me.
Yeah, I'm looking here, Joe, and I don't want to get into this, but something's wrong. You just have to tell me what I'm not hitting. But
I just got to resend you the link so you can look at it again, like we did when we were in the studio.
oh, gotcha. Carly
You know what I mean?
Marie's my Van Halen fan, right?
Yeah.
Carly Marie, welcome.
And
$2.99
Sela
a
and
month.
Rich are my good buddies from a long time ago.
Welcome, everyone that showed up today. Thank you. We promise these are going to get better, and we will be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'll do this again, and we're going to talk to you. We're going to post some stuff up on Facebook, and Joe's going to go out and pose in his new slippers on Instagram, and I don't think there's anything else for today except dogandjoepodcast.com, which you can see on the screen. Sign up today, subscribe today. For just $3 a month, you could change 2 kids' lives.
You idiot.
You could.
You actually would. I mean, he's not lying about that. It would change our lives. But here's the thing. The more people that we get to subscribe and the less time that we have to work other jobs is the more stuff I can do for you. The more stuff Dog will be able to do for you. The more stuff I can add to the show because I'll have more time to work on it,
Hey,
Right now, I have learned so much in the 5 months that we were off. I'm actually baffled at myself and the amount of things that I've learned. It's pretty cool.
Can you get naked on Facebook?
Yeah.
Like they don't let you get naked on Facebook, do they?
Get naked on Twitter.
Yeah.
What was that one porn girl that Charlie Sheen used to date? She shows her ass on there all the time.
Oh, Brie Olson.
yes.
Yeah. But not on like live videos though on Facebook. That's not permitted, right? They would stop that.
Just people killing people's permitted, not nudity.
That's not permitted. That stuff slips through every now and again,
does it?
and then they take it
Okay.
down. Really, snuff films, that's not on there.
Oh, you see all kinds of people getting murdered on there.
Yeah, but they take it down once they find out. It slips through the cracks. I want to talk about that. One more thing just quickly when we're talking about making it rain up in here. $2.99 a month. Subscribe now, dogandjoepodcast.com, or buy your merchandise. There was that guy at the church. Do you remember there was that video? He's like, hallelujah. He goes, you don't see me wearing polo. You don't see me with a Rolex. You don't see me with new FUBU. You don't see me. And he's like, where's it at? I stand up here every Sunday. I want mine. And the people in the congregation were like, Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.
You'll
And-
get a Rolex.
Yeah.
We'll give you FUBU.
Yeah, we love you, Pastor. We
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
And they started paying this dude. And that's all he went out there, and for like 5 minutes every Sunday, that's what he'd do. You don't see me in new Ralph Lauren. And he'd start going crazy about all this stuff. That my wife ain't walking around in Gucci. And then at the end of the sermon, these people are just throwing money at him, paying him.
They were too.
It's crazy.
I cannot believe the reaction he got out of that. They loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll pay you, Pastor. We'll pay you.
They're getting down to the ground, and they're on their kneel
Yeah.
boards, and they're
It's
praying. I
weird.
mean, it was crazy. And he was spouting out name by brand by name of stuff he wanted, and the people were just bowing at his feet. They're like, "Oh yeah, you deserve it. You need Gucci. You need FUBU." And they were going crazy for it. I think we should start doing that.
I think we should not start doing that. It's great.
I want you to think about this, though, Joe. You tell me this wouldn't be kick-ass. That Dog and Joe logo just on the shirts we sell at dogandjoepodcast.com in gold. I mean,
Oh.
a big medallion
Well.
on a rope or on a herringbone. That logo, all gold, on a herringbone chain. I'm talking Flava Flav big clock, Dog and Joe logo hanging on a herringbone chain. That would look macho.
Look what I learned how we can do. Check this out.
Oh boy. Great work, guys. Glad you're back. You're putting up comments so people can see.
How about that?
I like that.
Yeah, I can only do it so far if you're commenting from Twitch. And you're gonna love this one. I shouldn't even put this up, but I'm going to.
Is Craig gonna go to LA and rip his shirt off to save Kim K from the fires? I'd like to quote Gary Busey if I could. There's a fire in your mama's panties. You remember that? Well, I forget the movie. I'm gonna start a fire in your mama's panties.
I'm gonna start firing your mama's panties.
Yes, please put up more comments like that. Yeah, I'll go down there. I'll give her the shirt off my back. When you have a backside like that, take it.
Yes, Shibby. If you missed these first couple of live shows, we'll definitely put them back up. If you go to the website, which I just had up there a second ago, you can see we've got like 3 of our older podcasts that we did before we almost got sued.
Yeah.
And Dog cut them down into shorter versions. There's one like 38 minutes long. There's one like 2.5 and one like a minute and a half.
Those are all free. Take
Yeah,
advantage.
you can see those, and we'll put any of the old ones up. Now, we
Yeah.
got to make sure we have enough room. We only have a certain amount of gigs to use at the moment.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to weigh that in with the live shows that we do. But, yes, any of those old shows, I'll start putting them back up on every other platform that we have, and you can go back and look at all those.
And so too, and you know what, Joe? Here's the other thing, too. If you want to put this up at dogandjoepodcast.com, I guess we should.
This video we're doing now, we absolutely should.
Yeah. But again, this is more of an advertisement and a notification to let you know where to go from now on and where you can find us. But we'll do it again tomorrow. I think we're good, don't you? Do you want to keep going?
No, because if it's any longer, I'll be here all day long trying to upload it to everywhere.
And that's another thing too. Don't ever think if we do something under an hour, that's kind of the goal. But if we do it under an hour, it makes our lives a lot easier to upload. And
Ever tried to upload a video to Facebook or Instagram that's over an hour long? See you tomorrow about 2 p.m.
Yeah, it takes time. So we don't want to shortchange you on content. In fact, I think it'd probably be better if we did 2 30-minute videos in a day instead of one long one.
It might be.
But
A part 1 and part 2 or something.
yeah, it'd make everyone's life easier. And I've noticed the chiming has slowed down quite a bit. So I think it's time to go because no one's buying subscriptions or shirts anymore. So let's come back tomorrow with a fresh perspective, and it'll give you a day to go out and earn more money and then pass it on to us, and then we'll give you content.
Yes, I agree. Thank you so much, though, you guys. Are you kidding me? Today was a lot of fun. It really was. I had a good time hanging out with you. I missed you very much.
DogandJoePodcast.com. Go there. Check out the website. You can do it. We've got a mobile version. I think we're good. I'm done.
Okay. Well, we will talk to you again tomorrow at 11 a.m. sharp. Thank you. Play nice.